I said, well, I'm going to go over to see Patches, my friend. Haven't seen, but we converse through text and phone almost every month for the last 7 years since I left Vegas. He was a dealer in Vegas. Really cool guy. Really liked him. So I said, he's down in San Antonio. I got time to kill. Because the flight I wanted, in order to avoid Armageddon, I picked July 4th. And said, hey, I don't want headaches trying to get out here. So hopefully, if I pick right around noon on July 4th, the people will already have made it home to their families. And they'll be in the middle of getting ready to do a picnic or barbecue or whatever it is they're doing with their families. And they won't be flying right midday on the 4th, and I'm liable to get out of there smooth. So that's the flight I booked. And I went to stay a few days in San Antonio. Got there, didn't have a place to stay. Damn near couldn't find a place to stay. Every place I went to was booked and booked and booked and booked. Place is so... You can't believe how many people were out there with their families just trying to go somewhere, I guess. But these hotels were really booked. But I digress. I got to go back to Houston. Funny story. My friend picks me up to take me to lunch, and he takes me to this beautiful Tommy Bahama's restaurant, which he says there's only like 6 of them in the country. And he picks me up in this Jeep. And this Jeep is jacked up like Bigfoot at the monster truck event for me. I got short legs. And I'm a little bit overweight, in case you haven't noticed. But I barely get up into this truck. Thought I was going to fall out backwards and break my head. But I didn't. I got in it. We went to Tommy Bahama's, and I ended up getting out of the truck. And it's a long way down for my little legs. My legs ain't that long. And it's jacked up. And it's a cool looking Jeep. Don't get me wrong. It was nice. But, it was more for long-legged or very agile individuals. So we had this wonderful salad he took me to. And he was going to drop me off at a car rental company that was real near the Indigo Hotel that I was at. When we were done with the salad, I said, hey, buddy, I don't want you to feel heartbroken, but I'd rather just take an Uber than to break my leg trying to get in and out of your truck and then ruin my trip. So if you don't mind, I'll just call an Uber. I'll Uber over to the car rental place. So now here you think things are going to go good. I go to the car rental place, and they get me this Toyota Camry at budget. And I go around and I videotape the whole car, and I note all the little places and flaws. And one of the flaws is it looks like the bumper cover that wraps around the back of the car and goes to behind the rear tires and matches up to the fender had a little 3/8 of an inch separation, about the size of your pinky maybe. Fender thing's coming away. That's not good. Got some dings back here. Right underneath the license plate. Thickness of your pinky, it just was separated a little bit. So I noted that it was on the contract, it had been damaged and all that. So all good, we take it. And I take the thing, and the next day I'm going to be heading off to San Antonio. So basically, I jump on the expressway, and I'm going down I-10 heading towards San Antonio. And basically, I'm flying because everybody else is flying. If you don't run 80, 90 mile an hour, you get run over from behind. Heck, everybody flies it. In Houston, the expressways have got 10 lanes, and you still can't find an empty one. But everybody's still going fast. It isn't like you're going to be slowed down. So, somewhere around in the middle of I-10, heading towards San Antonio, my legs get tired. I want to stop at this rest area and get out and walk around. It's good for your legs, no blood clots, all that other stuff, So I get out and walk around, and by God, this car. The fender had pulled away from the car with the wind and wrapped around the back of the car, kinked the back of the bumper cover, you know, in the middle of the bumper almost, and it's sticking out the side. It's sticking out the side like that far. If I passed too close to a car, I could have hit the car with it. Well, that little spot of damage where it was pulled away from that, where the fender meets, the wind ripped underneath there and bent this thing back. And when I got out of the car and stretched my legs at a rest stop, I walked around and I saw it. You can see where it actually crinkled it by bending it clean back. But I didn't hit anything. You can tell I didn't hit anything because there's absolutely zero damage to the rest of the car. It's just that piece wasn't secured, and we noted that before I rented it. But I guess going down the expressway at 75 mile an hour, that wind got underneath there and just ripped it loose. It's not held by much. Oh well. So I have to get on the phone with Budget and explain that I need another rental car. I have to drive 50 miles out of my way to get another rental car because, of course, there's a car shortage too. You know, everybody's short of cars. And this car was a car that was picked up in Houston, was going to be dropped off on July 4th in Dallas-Fort Worth. So they fixed me up with this other car, and I pull into this shopping center that had a car dealer, a car rental place in a shopping center of all places. And I got to explain to this guy, who barely speaks English, by the way, that I didn't wreck the car. It just blew the fender off with the wind because there was previous damage. Luckily, that was on the contract. And there was no damage in front of the car, you know, in front of the fender that didn't look like it got hit, just looked like somebody ripped it off. So they gave me another car, and I get on my way, and I finally get to San Antonio. And hell, when I get there, it took me till like 10:30 at night to get a hotel room. So it was late, but I went to go see my friend who happened to be playing a poker tournament at some room called Rounders. Now, who wouldn't like a poker room called Rounders Poker Club? So I punched it into GPS on my phone. It's supposed to take me there. And my God, I wish I would have recorded this for you. It was a comedy. Go 300 feet, turn right. Then immediately left. Your destination should be on your right. Don't see a destination? Go 400 feet, turn left. Go to the next stop sign, turn right. Turn left. Turn right. Go to the next light, turn right. Destination should be on your left. It drove me around in circles for like 15 minutes. So I finally had to get on the phone and call Patches and say, where in the heck are you? I can't find this place. It's driving me in circles. So he told me to look for the AutoZone store. Like, that's what I was supposed to look for. And I found the place. I saw he was playing this poker tournament and so forth. So I didn't stay too long, but I just wanted to see him. And I hadn't seen him for so long, so I was tired, went back to the room. And the next day, I talked to him, and he says, my boss has put me in this poker tournament. They got a $30,000 guaranteed poker tournament. He puts me in every week. It's $250 to enter and $125 rebuys and then a $100 add-on. And yeah, and I played professional poker in a lot of tournaments, was on ESPN 3 or 4 times. And 3 times, not 4. I guess the repeats got me confused. But I said, well, that sounds good. He says, hey, come on over. He'll put you in too, man. You're a TV star. I said, you got to be kidding me. He says, no. He says, if I tell him to put you in, he'll put you in all expenses. I said, well, that sounds like fun. So I go over, and it's one of the nicest little poker rooms. It's only got 7 tables, and they're just the nicest people in there. Friendly, having a good time. Man, I got a couple shots of this one.
Charles says he ain't gonna let him steal his blind without
I
the
ain't gonna let
vendor.
him take this money like that.
Heads up.
Here we go.
That's 27. No.
Hey, Pat. I said this man here has got style. He puts ass in style.
I did not know he got no tournament.
Man with that hat and them glasses, I say he needs to be sitting on an old wooden bench in front of a general store with a guitar singing the blues.
Old dude, old black dude with his hat and sunglasses. I'll probably put the picture up here, but he just looks so cool at the table. He looked like he should be sitting on a bench in the South with an orange soda pop in a glass bottle with a guitar on his knee, singing the blues with that hat and sunglasses on. I mean, this guy just, you could look up cool in the dictionary. This guy just had to look for some reason that just, to me, said, this old dude is just cool. So I took his picture. You're probably looking at it now. So I'm doing this little story and narration that it's a long story on how I got from the 13th to July 4th, but it's a comedy error. So anyway, I go to this poker tournament and I have a blast. Made it to like 2:30 in the morning or something like that, or 2 o'clock. And then finally busted out. I didn't have to rebuy. I got past the place of the ad on. And so anyway, I had reservations in advance to go to Dallas. So I even found a hotel up there for one night. So I decided I can't stay in San Antonio no more. Guess why? Hotel I was in, they needed the rooms. They were booked. They told me, we can't extend you for tonight. Because I asked, I said, can I stay another night? They said, not tonight, but you can come back tomorrow night, but it'll be $125 more than you paid last night. And I said, okay, never mind. I'll just go to Dallas. Stay tuned. More vlogs are coming day by day by day that gets me out of the country. I'm going to put them up as fast as I can get them edited. Believe me. Embrace the chaos, because from the 13th of June till I got out of the country on July 4th, it was one adventure after another, and you'll have to check the next video in this series, which is coming out soon. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe not. I think so. I don't know. I'll try. Stay tuned. Follow.